You and I live in a country which is supposed to be the citadel of education, freedom, justice, democracy, and all of those other pretty sounding words.
We're not being taught to deal with the world as it is. We're being taught to deal with this fairyland, which we're not even living in anymore. And it's sad. Because I'm telling you, and it should not be me telling you. It should be common knowledge. Aren't they wondering why death rates are going up and suicide is going up and drug abuse? Aren't they wondering? Don't they understand that more people are, more kids are being handed crack than they're being handed diploma?
And the systems that you came up under are very archaic and ancient, 60, 70 years past their time, right? So, you should go into school and take all those antiquated textbooks and those meaningless texts, say that viscerally, meaningless texts, right? That you sit over and watch these kids take. You know that they're not going to use 95% of that information at all, right? You know that. But parent-teacher conference, you need to come talk to Jerome because he's being such and such. Or you need to do this, we're going to give you an F for that. Throw away all them books. I challenge you. Throw away all them books. Throw away all of them. All the tests, everything, right? And teach them kids something meaningful. Teach them how to grow a plant, right? Teach them how to grow a plant. Teach them something meaningful, right? In their lives they can do it themselves. As opposed to just going in there and teaching them this English, which they ain't never gonna use, or teaching this math that they're never gonna use, or teaching this history that's backwards that they're never gonna use. Right? So that's all. We equal now. You just as guilty. You just as guilty as Lil Wayne. Miseducation is miseducation, no matter how you put it, whether it's coming through a radio station or it's coming out of a book or a teacher. Right? Miseducation is miseducation no matter who's saying it. Just because I can make it rhyme, right? And you can't, that don't make you better than me, Penny.
When you study the history of many of America's economically elite families, from the Rockefellers to the Morgans, etc., and so forth, you will find that one of their very first interests was to control the process of education. The first schools in America were designed to contain and restrain members of the society whom the global elite, which is nothing but the corporate arm of white supremacy, felt represented a threat to their interests. Because in order to prevent war, civil war, you have to control the minds of the children, because an economically elite group of people, which are always in the minority, can only maintain their dominance by guaranteeing that the next generation of children is as intellectually and politically and economically uneducated as their parents. Remember, the goal of education is to teach people to think. At least historically, that was the goal. In ancient times, that was the goal. In ancient African educational systems, the goal was to teach people how to think. To criticize everything as a way of achieving the truth. Today, it is totally opposite. The goal of education is to teach people what to think, not how.